All right, welcome back. Let's talk about triads today. And a triad is a three-note chord, and the triads that we're going to look at today are the first inversion triads throughout a C major scale. So first of all, the first inversion, if we were to take a root position triad, it would be in the key of C, E, and G. Like that, right? If we invert that one time, we take the bottom note and put it to the top. We take the C and put it to the top. And these are the inversions we want to talk about today on the top two string sets, right? So string sets being string set 1, 2, and 3, and string sets 2, 3, and 4. So here's the page. The first chord, well, let's take it this way first. The chords in the key of C are going to be C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and B diminished. Those are the chords in the key: major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, and diminished. Okay. And when we work our way through the string sets, we're going to start, by filling up the entire fretboard. So with this first one, we're starting with the 3 chord, the E minor, just because that's where it sits. And it's as simple as this. That's an E minor. The next chord we're going to have is an F major, and you'll notice the root is always going to be on the top. And then G major, then A minor, then B diminished, then C major, and minor, and then finally E minor. Back the other way: E minor, D minor, C major, B diminished, A minor, G, F, and E minor. All right, so that's a chord scale. If we play that, then just the notes that are darker on the top notes, we're going to have the notes of a C major scale, right? Here, I'll give you the C and the D too. So those are the notes that you're going to have on the top. Okay. Chord scale in first inversion triads. Now the next, we're just going to move to the second string set. All right, and here we have a C major chord in first inversion, right? So here's our root position, C major. Take that root and put it up to the top. So C, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and then C. Then going down, C, B diminished, A minor, G, F, E minor, D minor, and C. So that's because we're starting on the root, we get the more clearly the order that these chords happen: C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C major. All right, and then you can combine the two string sets as well, such as C major, D minor, E minor, F major, right, and then back down, you can switch to different, in different regions of the fretboard. C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, right? And then back down, B diminished, A minor, how about G? Okay, I can't emphasize enough how important it is to build exercises like this that reveal how the guitar fretboard works into your regular practice routine, right? Everybody works on their scales, you know, million miles an hour scale stuff, right? After a while, it gets a little tiring because, you know, the guitar is actually a polyphonic instrument, like it's meant to play chords. And so, yes, it's important to have scale chops, you know, to a degree. But if that's going to get you to the point where all you can play is scales, and you're just not hip to how chords are formed up and down the fretboard, it's going to leave you with a deficit in a very, very important area, namely chord playing. So you might say, well, why bother learning triads? Well, triads are fabulous for, practically speaking, for if you've ever done any recording, they're just absolutely essential, because you can add the greatest little parts. And if you're playing with a rhythm guitar player, you don't want to play exactly the same thing that the rhythm guitar player is playing. So you can build alternate methods of playing exactly the same chord progressions. If you want to work on solo bits, that short little chord melodies, triads, you'll need triads. I mean, you can just go on and on, but triads are extremely important, and I invite you to build them into your practice routine. And of course, you've got a practice routine, right? You practice every day. Okay. So that's it for today. That's a little, sort of a side thing with the theory and how stuff works. And, it's a good thing to know, right? If this is a help to you, if it's something you want to come back to, please subscribe. And also let us know in the comments where you'd like me to go, and as long as that's nice. And thanks for stopping by. And that's Triads in the key of C major in first inversion on 2 string sets. That's out of my book, one of my books called Guitar Triads, Building a Functional Understanding of Chord Construction. Sounds terribly clever, doesn't it? But it's all true. You can pick this up on Amazon. Okay, cool. Thanks for dropping by, and we'll see you again real soon.